Hey, what's up? In this video, I'm going to answer some common questions and give you some tips if you are a new insurance agent. Hopefully this brings you some value and helps you get rolling and expedite your process of success in the insurance industry. So let's dive into it. So how do you succeed as a new insurance agent? The number one thing that you need to do is get yourself to be known. If nobody knows who you are, it is going to be very difficult for them to buy insurance from you. So you need to get yourself active, and some of the best things you can do is record yourself, put yourself on video on social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and start getting in front of people. The next thing you need to do to be successful as a new insurance agent is simply start asking your warm market, like people in your circle, your friends, your families, acquaintances, people you sat next to in college, whatever, and start to reach out to them and say, hey, I'm a new insurance agent. I would love an opportunity to run you a quote. If you get a quote, I'll send you a $5 gift card. Boom. Just start to get yourself in front of there and get opportunities at bats so that you can actually get quotes and sell policies. So those are the top two things that I highly recommend. There's a very long list of other things you should start doing, but to start, first off, get yourself known and start asking people if you can help them with their insurance that you know. Being an insurance agent is not easy. There's a lot of things that you need to, first of all, know yourself, have that knowledge, that expertise in the products. And that takes a lot of time. A lot of people think that they'll just start up an insurance and immediately have this ton of success and make a ton of money. Insurance is a huge industry. There's a lot to learn, and you need time to really gather and understand and have the knowledge to be an expert and an advisor to help people. So I say at least 6 to 12 months for you to have the real experience that you need to actually advise and help people. So it is not easy. It's a lot of hard work. And once you do put in that work after 6 to 12 months, I think it gets a lot easier and you will be successful. And from then on, it's actually not too hard. It starts to get a lot easier. So yeah. The hardest part about being an insurance agent is dealing with customer service, especially with angry customers. A lot of people don't see the value in insurance, so it's our job to help paint a picture to customers and potential prospects and clients that what you're buying right now is going to be there for you on the worst day of your life when your house burns down or you get in a really bad car accident or, God forbid, somebody dies. And it's very difficult to get that across to people, but the first thing you need to do is truly believe it yourself, and that allows you to transfer that certainty to your customers. But that's the hardest part about being an insurance agent is a lot of people just feel like it's a piece of paper. They're paying all this money every single month. They hate insurance, and it's our job to make it a little bit lighter and happier and something that they realize it's very valuable and important to have. So that's the hardest part about being an insurance agent. The reason so many insurance agents quit is purely because of burnout. They start to do the repetitive cold calling, the emails, the quotes, and they just get burned out. It's something that happens and we see all the time with new agents that get off to a good start, and then 6 months later they start to feel like they're just stuck in a rut and doing the same thing over and over. It's so important to really sell yourself, resell yourself on the reason why you do what you do as an insurance agent. It's not just about the commissions or the quotes or the calls. It's truly about helping people and making sure people are protected in the event that it's the worst day of their life. Their house burns down, someone dies, they get in a serious car accident. It is our duty to make sure that whatever we say today is going to impact their financial future. So that's the biggest thing, is to really be grounded in why you do what you do instead of just being like all about the repetition and the burnout, and that's what causes the burnout. As an insurance agent, you have to be pretty available to customers almost all the time, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Pretty much after that, it's just you being extra, supportive in the service that you provide. Like when I was first starting up my agency, I was answering the phones on weekends, after hours, but it is pretty standard that 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, you should be available to your customers as an insurance agent. Anything you do on top of that is just you being an amazing agent and providing top quality service. There's a bunch of ways that you can find insurance prospects. Number one is just your organic warm market. Number two is marketing to, individuals that you don't know via social media platforms. And then number three is going outbound email, cold text, cold calling. We use a system called Tudo. Boom, Tudo. And that's been really, really helpful for us to generate leads on our own. But the main things are warm market, pure marketing out to the public, and then also outbound, cold email, text, and calling. There's a big difference between working for an insurance broker and an insurance carrier. If you work for a broker, you're going to be customer facing. You're going to be working with service, billing, transacting a policy, changing coverages, adding coverages, selling a new policy. If you work for a carrier, there's a good chance that you're probably just going to be doing some underwriting or as an adjuster and actually the back end service work for the policies, not the actual sales. So if you want to work in sales, you should work for a broker or an agency. And if you want to work more on the actual kind of back end policies, you should work for a carrier. This is a big question. Can you sell insurance if you're not passionate about it? The quick answer is yes, you can sell insurance. Anybody can sell insurance if they're not passionate about it. It's actually, everybody needs it, so it's pretty easy to sell. It's a product that every single person driving around needs. But if you're not passionate about it, you're going to have a hard time selling the policies, because when you truly believe something that it's necessary for that person, they're going to feel it. That's what sales is. Sales is a transfer of certainty. When I'm so sure that I think that you need to have at least $100,000 or $200,000 in coverage because you have a house and you have kids and you have a 401k that you need to protect, and somebody sues you and you're trying to go and get the cheapest policy, when I'm talking to you about that and I'm telling you how important that is, it's going to be a lot different than the person who doesn't really care, is not super passionate, and just sells a policy and is like, hey, here's the cheapest one. I'm going to have a much higher success rate. So you can definitely sell insurance if you're not passionate about it, but it helps a lot if you really believe in the product and you believe it's important for other people. So if you don't have any sales background, you can definitely still work in insurance. It's actually a great place, in my opinion, to start in sales, because there are so many different aspects of the business when it comes to marketing, billing, customer service, and then sales is just one piece of that whole part of the business. So you don't really need to have sales experience, but you need to be prepared, because insurance does require you to make sales and to transact policies, even customer service, upselling and cross-selling. There's a bunch of different aspects of it, but it's a great place to get your feet wet if you're just starting up in sales. I think insurance is one of the best industries to start for a brand new salesperson. I've seen introverts work in insurance and be super, super successful. It really just comes down to you and your ability to communicate with people. You could be introverted, doesn't necessarily mean that you're bad at talking to people, and really caring about protecting people properly. A lot of times introverts tend to kind of lean towards like email and text, which nowadays is becoming more and more common. That's just the way people like to communicate, especially younger generations. They don't really want to talk on the phone. Maybe they just want to text you. So as an introvert, as long as you're good at doing the actual copy and writing, you could actually do really, really well. At the end of the day, you do need to probably collect a payment, but even now you can actually send people links to make payments and sell policies. So you can be an introvert and you can still be good at insurance sales. So selling insurance to your friends and family are some of the best ways to get rolling when you're first starting, because they already trust you, they know you, and it's probably going to be the easiest policies you do sell. One thing about me is like super close family and super close friends, I try to avoid selling them and working with them because you never know. Like if stuff goes wrong in insurance, there's bad claims and sometimes carriers don't cover them and they turn back and look at you and it gets a little bit awkward at the family reunion or the family barbecue or neighborhood barbecue when your best friend is looking at you like, why didn't my insurance policy cover me for my $100,000 claim? It makes a bit awkward. So I like to do like extended friends and extended family, not like super close like my parents or my best friend. I try to avoid those if possible, but it's a great place to start to get your feet wet. Is it a bad time to be working in insurance? The answer to that is no. Insurance is something that is required by law in almost every state, if I'm not mistaken. You need to have car insurance. Everybody needs it. It's a great business. It stays consistently going and is borderline recession proof. The only thing is that it is very challenging right now because insurance carriers are really tightening up. So it is definitely more difficult. Rates are going up. People are not as willing to buy policies because things are getting more expensive. The underwriting is more challenging. So it's more difficult to be working in insurance right now. But overall, it is one of the most stable industries that exists and has made the most millionaires out of any industry ever. So I highly recommend it, and I think it's a great place to be working, even during tough times like an economic recession. All right, that's the end of the video for new insurance agents. I hope that brought you some value. If you're in the process of just getting going, reach out to me. I'm happy to help answer any questions you have. You can hit me up at Chris the Insurance Guy on Instagram. That's usually the fastest way to DM me. I can send you like voice memos or whatever. And if you are interested and you're looking for a job, we are always hiring. Feel free to email me at chris@adelphiainsurance.com with your resume, and we will schedule something if everything lines up with an interview, and we're always looking to hire. So wish you the best. Good luck. I hope that does help, and please give us a like so this reaches more agents. Really appreciate that. And phone's ringing. We got to keep working. Ring the bell. Subscribe if you want to see more insurance content like this. We'll see you guys at the top. Peace.